rāmō virāmō virajō mārgōnēyō nayō'nayaḥ vīraḥ śaktimatāṃ śrēṣṭhō dharmōdharma viduttamaḥ.
Rāmah, here the avatar of Bhagavan is being indicated. Rama avatara, the Manava avatara or the Manushya avatara of Bhagavan is being indicated over here. We know now that the entire Ramayana represents our spiritual journey. So from Ayodhya, the Lord moved up to Lanka. Because the story is there, we won't go into the story part. And then again he goes back to Ayodhya. So the coming down represents the descent of man from the state of immortality to the state of mortality, and then the moving up represents for all of us the movement from the state of mortality to the state of immortality. Madhava to Manava, and Manava back to Madhava. From Narayana state to the state of Nara, human being, and from the state of Nara back to the state of Narayana. The whole Ramayana, it's called as inner Ramayana. The significance of Ramayana is very beautiful. Every character we can relate to something in us with respect to spiritual journey. So that is the entire Ramayana. Rama over here, and the meaning of Rama also. What does Rama mean? Rama is not Dasharatha's, he just doesn't represent only Dasharatha's son, Kausalya's son, or the consort of Sita. Rama means Sarve Ramanti iti Ramaha. That which does Ramana, that which revels in Sarvam. Sarvam means all things and all beings. That which revels as what? As the light of consciousness, as the life spark in everybody, because of which life's expressions and life's experiences are possible. That factor is called as Rama. Atma Rama we say. So that is what Rama represents over here. So Rama is there in all of us. Krishna is there in all of us. Shiva is there in all of us. These are all different names given. So therefore Rama, that is what Rama means. Sarve Ramanti iti Rama. He represents for all of us the consciousness that is there in each and everything and each and every being. In things also he is there, in beings also he is there, as the life which gives aliveness to things and to beings. And also Rama also means the most beautiful, very beautiful. Mohana Rama, Rama or Krishna, we have got so many kirtans. Even the sheer physical beauty of the Lord, all lakshanas are there. Now when we say tailor-made. In the Sundarkand, when Hanumanji meets Sita, Sita asks Hanumanji to glorify Rama. She said, describe him to me. And she's not asking for his qualities and characteristics, mental, the beautiful virtues and values that we have. She asks him to enumerate for her the physical beauty of Rama. So Hanumanji so beautifully describes Rama to Sita. It comes in Sundarkand Valmiki. From the tip of his hair to the tip of his toe, Hanumanji describes Rama. It just shows this relation between the devotee and the Lord. Very often we see many things, but we have never registered. We say, I heard. We sometimes don't even hear it because we have not listened to it. Did you see that person? Eyes were open. I don't know. I think I saw her. No, I didn't see her, we say. But look at the one-to-one between Hanumanji and Rama over there. He is able to describe to the Lord, to Sita, Mother Sita, from the tip of the head, the beauty of the tip of Rama's hair up to the beauty of his toenails. Everything is so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. The compelling charm, that beautiful beauty, handsome, everything put together there. Rama. Virāmaha. When we take it away from Ramaha, we can put them together also. Actually, Rama with the dirgha, Rama, it means to rest, R-E-S-T, rest. When we say virāmō, one who is the abode of rest for everybody. Aram we say. Why don't you rest for some time? So aram. Aram means rest for some time. You're very busy, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're fatigued. Little bit aram for you. So aram. So ram means rest over there. Rest from what? From physical activity, from activities of the body, the mind and the intellect. Constantly we are in activity. Rest from it all. Vi means visheshena. So virāmō means that destination or that abode or that special house in which perfect rest all of us will have. It's a rest. Here also now we rest. When we go at night to sleep, we are resting, but morning we come back to our samsara, our usual troubles, problems, grief, sorrow, challenges. But this is a rest wherein we will not again come back to the realm of sorrow, realm of grief, realm of problems, etc., etc., etc. It will be it's an abode wherein we will be in absolute total rest from everything, because we would have transcended our equipment. Dasara again has written a very beautiful song over there. He says, Illi summane, alli nammane. Mane, it's a Kannada Devarnama. Mane means house. So we say nammane, nammane, nammane. Means my house, my house, my house. And he has played on that word sumane. Sumane actually means simply. Why did you say like this to her? Summane hed Devi says. Simply I told her. Means I didn't mean it. It can be, it need not be. Simply I said, casually, coolly I told. I didn't mean it. So when we say mane, mane, my house, Dasaru say, this is summane. This is a house for how long? How long will you be in this house? Maximum 100 years? Then can you ever say it's going to be my house? It's not our house at all. So it's like it was a station wherein we are there for some time and then we have moved out. Therefore he says, this is all summane where you are staying in. It is not nammane. So this is summane, means this is a house which is not permanent. That's what he means. Alli nammane, he says. There is my house, capital M-Y. My, wherein there is no ego there. He's playing on the words over there. That's why we call Dasaro's Devarnamas. They're so simple, simple Kannada. They're not complicated like a kirtan also. Normally it is always sung in the later section of a music concert. But it's got so much of philosophy packed in it. That is why we call Purandara Dasa's Devarnamas as Purandara Upanishad. Even the previously we talked about Bhagyada Lakshmi Bharamma. He was a crorepati at those times, before he became Purandara Dasa, Srinivasa Nayaka. When Srinivasa Nayaka, the businessman, was engaged in the transaction of jewelry, gems, etc. When he was at that point of, and he was such a miser, never would give even one little coin as a charity to anybody. He never wrote Bhagyada Lakshmi Bharamma, Nammamma Ni Saubhagyada Lakshmi Bharam. But after he had done Krishnarpana to his crores and took the tambura in his hand, walked out of the house, and his meal would be only when he begged for it, Bhiksha. Nothing he has got to call his own. At that point of time, he wrote the song Bhagyada Lakshmi Bharamma. So it just indicates to us what he means by Lakshmi is something different from what we think Lakshmi is. So money, house also is an asset, wealth for us. Dasaru says, Idu summane, alli namma mane. That's a permanent house, he says. And what sort of a house is it? Krishna says in the Gita, Yad gatva nanivartante tad dama paramam mama. Dama means house, abode, a state. Not that there is a palace or house over there, it's a state. Yad gatva, having reached which, nanivartante, never ever a person will come back again. Taddama paramam mama. That is my supremost abode, the Lord says over. That is the meaning of virāmō. For everything and for every being, ultimately, what is the resting place? The resting place is the Lord Himself. We all ultimately have to go back to rest in Him. He created us, He is maintaining and looking after us. We have to finally go back and rest in Him. And Gurudev always uses, in Chinmaya Mission, whenever we greet anybody, we say Hari Om. Hari means Lord Hari, H-A-R-I, Om, O-M. So the nameless, the formless, the Brahman, Hari Om, Hari. Given him a name, form, qualities. So Hari Om, that's how we greet a person. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Gurudev used to say that H-A-R-I, we can also write it as H-U-R-R-Y, Hari. And Om, O-M can be made into H-O-M-E. So each time when you are telling another person or greeting them with Hari Om, Hari Om, and they in turn greet us back with an Hari Om, Hari Om, with the Lord's name, we are reminding each other and saying, let us hurry back to that home. Hari Om. Why are you wasting time over here? My friend, why are you wasting time? Hurry back to your home. And she also in turn is telling us, why are you wasting your time over here? In this realm of change, you also hurry back to that home. Which home? Virāmō. That home having reached which we will not come back again here at all. Because that is the state of absolute, total perfection. Absolute perfection. Absolute tranquility. Calmness. Composure. Rest. Rest doesn't mean sleeping. It's a state wherein it's a state beyond gunas. Not even sattva. It is sattva-atita. So that's the meaning of virāmō. The next name of the Lord is virajō. Raja stands for the Rajoguna in all of us. They are told there are 3 gunas. All of us are made up of the 3 gunas. Sattva guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. The 3 gunas are elaborated in the Bhagavad Gita, starting from the 14th chapter onwards. So over here, so the Sattva stands for nobility, purity, clarity, knowledge, wisdom, no passion, no agitation, no anxiety, no lethargy, no inertia. That's what Sattva stands for. Rajoguna, and who represents that very beautifully for us in the Ramayana, we have Vibhishana representing the Sattva Guna. The Rajoguna represents passion, extreme desire. It's not the ordinary desire that we all have. Desire, passion, anxiety, agitation, intense activity. That is what Rajas stands for. Rajoguna is represented by Ravana, Ra. And Tamas represents inertia, passiveness, postponing things. Why don't you get up and do this work? I will do it afterwards, or I will do it tomorrow. Very lazy. An intellect which is very, very dull, sleepy. This is what Tamas stands for. And Kumbhakarna represents Tamoguna for us. So therefore over here, the Rajoguna has been picked up. So if Raja is Rajoguna, Raja means without Raja. So Bhagavan stands for the passionlessness. He has no anxiety, he has no worry, he has no agitations, he has got no desires, because he is the all-full. We've already seen, he is content, ever contented, ever satisfied, all-full. He represents for us the state of absolute perfection, absolute fulfillment. In such a person, where will Rajas be? So therefore, he is called as Virajā, no passion at all. No rajas, no agitations, no disturbances. There's a very beautiful kirtan that Tyagaraj Swami has written. He is invoking the Lord Rama. What aspect of Rama is he invoking in that particular kirtan? He says, the one who is so serene, so composed, so balanced, that at one point of time he was called and he was told, Rama was told that you are going to be, Pattabhisheka is going to take place the next day for Rama. Immediately after a time interval, he was again called for and he was told there is no Pattabhisheka for you. On the other hand, you have to go to the forest. And how long should he be in the forest? For 14 years, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 years. And how should he live over there? He should live like a hermit over there. No riches, no luxuries, nothing over there. Tyagaraja Swami says on both the occasions, he remained calm, he remained serene, he remained balanced. There was a prasannata on his face that did not change even a wee bit, is what he says in that kirtan. That is the meaning of Virajaha. Very many of us have heard of this Kailasa Manasa Yatra. We go for a pilgrimage to Kailas. Kailas Parvat is there. Very close to it is the Manasa Sarovar, the lake over there. The Manasa lake waters are extremely pure. No pollution over there. In fact, if we look into the Manasa lake, into the waters over there, we can even see the bed of the lake. If there are tiny pebbles, we can see them very, very clearly. It looks like there is, so over there, the waters are so not only clear, clean, transparent, not polluted, but there is not even a ripple over there. No waves, not even a ripple there. And therefore it almost looks like a plain sheet of glass, the Manasa lake. In the waters of Manasa, we can very, very clearly see the reflection of the Kailas. But supposing there is a passing breeze, it whips up the waters of the Manasa lake. There will be small ripples. It depends on the breeze. There will be ripples, small little waves over there and are generated. Once the ripples are generated or formed or the waves are generated, the reflection of Kailasa in Manasa lake will get disturbed and distorted. We can't get a true beautiful reflection picture of Kailasa in the Manasa. Many stay there to gain a glimpse of Kailasa in the Manasa lake. The lake itself is called as Manasa. Manas means the mind. Our mind should be as clear, serene, calm, composed, tranquil, like the Manasa Sarovar. If it means without rajas, actually without rajas and tamas. When it is like that, we can very, very clearly see a reflection of the Lord within ourselves. That is called Ishvara Darshana. But for whatever reason, if our mind is filled with or full of passion, full of tamas, full of rajas, we are talking about rajas over here, full of rajas, it's always disturbed. So in a disturbed mind, where will the reflection of the Lord be clear within ourselves? That's what this indicates over here. So Virajaha means Bhagavan is one who is, there are no desires in him at all. In the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, in all the 3 worlds, Arjuna, I have got nothing to gain, because of which I have to work. But yet I continue to work. For him, it's a sport. It's not that he is doing something to gain something, or he is doing something to maintain whatever he has already gained, or he is doing it, if he doesn't, he will lose out on it. Nothing like that at all. So that's the state of Virajaha. Absolute, no passions, calm, serene, quiet, composed. That's what that state represents. And that is a state in which the Lord is always. All our masters are also in that same state. Absolutely no viraja in them, no rajas in them at all. In the Bhajagovindam, Adi Shankara says, Yogaratova, Bogaratova, Sangaratova, Sangavihinaha. Let him be wherever he is, the Jivan Mukta. Yogaratova, Bhogaratova. Maybe he is in the midst of luxuries because he is amidst us for our welfare, working for our welfare. Or he may be in the caves of the Himalayas where nothing is available for him. Even the bare minimum is not available for him. Sangaratova, Sangavihinaha. He may be amidst people. People who are full of rajas, tamas, more of rajas and tamas than sattva. Or let him be all alone. One who has realized that higher state, he is always reveling and reveling and reveling within himself. Not a ripple can be created in him, in his mental lake. We can't even say that because he has transcended even both mind and intellect. But for us to understand, the Rajaha, Margaha, this had already come in the 40th stanza. So we won't go through it in detail. Marga means the path. So whenever we say Lord is my gati, we use that word. Very often we use it. Lord is my gati, Krishna is my gati, or Rama is my gati, Shiva alone is my gati. Gati has got two meanings. It represents the goal for us, the ultimate goal that we all want to reach in our lives, Saguna or Nirguna. And it also represents the path for us. So when we say Krishna alone is my gati or Narayana alone is my gati, he represents both for us. He represents the final goal or the final destination which we all want to reach, liberation, mukti, Ishvara darshana, and it also represents the path that we have to take to reach him. So if he represents for us, God is truth. What should the path be? The path, because he is the path also. He not only stands for the goal, he stands for the path also. So if God is truth, to reach him, we have to walk the path of truth. We can't be hypocritical and then strive to reach the highest. It's not possible. If we say God is love, we can't walk the path of hatred and try and hope to reach him. If he is love, we have to take to the path of love to reach him. Love alone can lead us to love, the state of love. Truth alone can lead us to the state of truth. If he represents dharma, God is dharma. These are some of the words used to describe him. So if we say God is dharma, then what should the path be? The path also should be the path of dharma to reach him. We can't walk the path of adharma and hope to reach him. Not possible at all. It will completely take us in the opposite direction. So therefore he is marga. There is no other way out. The Upanishads are very clear. The Gita is very clear. To reach him, there is no other, to reach liberation or mukti or moksha, there is no other way out other than to hold on to him. Other than to take to the path which and that path also is he alone. So goal is he, path also is he, margaha. The next three words, namas, we will combine them all together. Nayō'nayaḥ, nayā'nayaḥ, anayaḥ. And we see the meaning together. Nayā'nayaḥ means the one who is a guide, one who helps us. We already know that he is the goal. Goal is at this moment, it is far away from us. So we are separate from the goal. So we are over here, goal is somewhere else, higher goal, noble, divine. And we want to reach out to it, and therefore we have to strive. We have to walk a certain distance, we have to walk within ourselves to reach the goal. It's not an outside journey, it is an inward journey. So the goal was he is the Lord, and we've also been told the path is he, the marga also is he. If he is the goal and if he is the path, who will lead us? We need somebody to guide us. Constantly somebody should be there. Who is the one? Whenever we go sightseeing, normally we engage a guide to take us to all the places over there of interest or of importance, and they will show us everything. Otherwise we may miss out on something which is very, very important and then regret after. We went all the way up till there and then we did not see this, or we did not see why the guy, we didn't know. We should have gone and asked somebody who would have helped us, guide. So therefore, who is the guide who is going to help us to walk the path? Path is there. There is spiritual path. It's not at all easy to take. It's not a path of roses. Not a very, very nice, comfortable path for us. Upanishad tells us, Kathopanishad tells us that spiritual path is like a razor's edge, knife's edge. So to walk on a knife's edge is not possible at all. It's sharp. We have to balance ourselves very, very carefully on that sharp edge. This chances are we can fall on this side or we can fall on that side. But still, if we balance ourselves somehow or the other, we know what the edge will do. It's so sharp, it can cut through also. So walking the spiritual path is not very, very easy. It's like walking on a knife's edge. So we need a guide over there to help us, to cushion our journey, travel. Who is that? Again, Lord alone. Ultimately, all that our scriptures are trying to tell us, all that the 1,000 names of the Lord are trying to tell us is, you as an ego don't exist. It's as simple as that. But when we try to practice it, we know how complicated and how difficult it is. So we all as an ego just don't exist at all. But for us now, 99, why 120%, it's only me and me and me. I, me, myself. It's only ego. Where is the Lord? Maybe he is somewhere there far, far away. We can't even connect with him. We can't comprehend him. We can't apprehend him. We do not know who he is, where he is. So we have absolutely no knowledge of him. Then we don't know his address, where he is stationed for us to connect with him. Everything looks so difficult. But then over here we are to. So therefore, ultimately the scriptures are just trying to tell us, as an ego there is no existence for us at all. But for us now, ego is everything. Ego is a reality, our individual identity. But that's not true. That's not real, is what our Shastras are telling us. When they say it's not true, it's not real, it doesn't mean that we don't exist. It means it belongs, that ego which we are so much identified with, really it keeps changing. It wasn't there earlier. In time, now it is there. Excuse me. After some time, it will cease to exist. So in Vedanta, when they say something is unreal, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist at all. It means it belongs to the realm of change. That's all it means. So all that our scriptures are trying to tell us is that ego is non-existent. The small I in us is non-existent. If the small I is non-existent, then what exists? Capital I only exists. What is that capital I? God factor. That alone is. Nothing else is. That state we have to arrive at. To arrive at that state is the spiritual path that we take on, and then the realization or enlightenment or mukti is nothing but an experience that I, capital I alone exists. Small I doesn't exist at all. So in this journey, which is so difficult for us, goal also is He, the path also is He, and He is the one who is going to be our guide. Who? The Lord. So that's the meaning of nayō'nayaḥ. Lord alone is the guide in and through and through and through and through, He alone. So to whom should we turn to, supposing we feel that we are getting diverted, distracted? Maybe we feel we are not on the right path. Who is to guide us? Lord alone. Lord alone is to guide us. Lord and our teachers, our masters. If we go to this person and that person, they will not be able to guide us, because they are also at the same level in which we are all. So who is the one who can really guide us, who has already walked the path, knows how the path is, what are all the difficulties and challenges and obstacles and hurdles on that path, and has reached that state? He alone will know how to guide a person. So it's only the Lord who can guide us, or it's only our Master who can guide us. nayō'nayaḥ. So if the goal is He and the path is He and the guide is He, the guide is there. Supposing we go for a picnic somewhere, there are some guides who don't come personally with us, but they will help us. They will say, you can see this, and over here, maybe some written material will be there, or we talk to that person and they say, sorry, I cannot accompany you as a guide, but since I am a guide, I will tell you what all you have to see, and when you go there, you shouldn't miss out on this, you should not miss out on that. All details given very, very clearly. But he may not accompany us. The guide need not accompany us. So if Bhagavan is the guide, he gives us all the guidance, he tells us what to do, he tells us also what not to do on our spiritual path. But will he accompany us also on the path? Here the word is nayā'nayaḥ. Nayā'nayaḥ means he will also lead us. Means he will walk along with us. So when we put our steps forward on our spiritual path, Bhagavan also will walk along with us. That's the whole beauty of it. So it's so complete by itself. So nayā'nayaḥ means one who leads, one who comes along with us, walks the path along with us. And as he is coming along with us, he will tell us where we should be careful, etc. So therefore, all of them put together is he. Goal is he, path is he, guide is he, and the guide also will accompany us and walk along with us. nayā'nayaḥ. If all these things are true, if he is the one who is going to guide me, and he also walks along with me, our intellect will always ask a question. Is there anybody to guide him? When children ask us, their father, mother is there, daddy, yes, you are my father. Who is your father? The father will tell his father's name. Who was his father? So grandfather's name will come, great-grandfather's name will come, great-great-grandfather's name will come. This is how it goes. Finally, the father will be so tired, because how many, first of all, he may know 5 generations. Beyond that, he may not even know the names of his ancestors. So finally, he will say, look, God is the father of all. But children are inquisitive, curious. If God is the father of all, then who is his father? So that is why they say Lord is the cause. He is the father of the whole universe. He is the cause of the whole universe. And does he have a cause? No, he doesn't have a cause. He is the uncaused cause. Adi Devaha, primary cause, ultimate cause that does not have a cause. Because cause-effect relationship can only be in space and time. Bhagavan is beyond space and time. So he doesn't come under the cause-effect relationship category. Whereas we all come under cause-effect relationship category. So therefore, we may be tempted to ask, who is the one who leads him? If Bhagavan is the guide for all of us, and he is going to walk along with us, yes, the path also is he, goal also is he. Does he have a guide? Is there somebody who also leads him? nayā'nayaḥ. There is nobody to lead him. Why? He is the highest. Beyond him, nothing exists. Lord Krishna makes it very clear in the 15th chapter of the Gita, 7th chapter of the Gita. Other than me, nothing exists, he says. I am the ultimate. In the 15th chapter, he says, Kshara and Akshara. Dvavimau Purushau Loke. Ksharas Chakshara Evach. Kshara is there, Akshara is there. The realm of change is there, the changeless factor is there. I am beyond both of them, he says. He calls Kshara and Akshara as two Purushas, just to make us understand. Dvavimau Purushau Loke. The higher Purusha and the lower Purusha. What is the lower Purusha? Realm of change. What is the higher Purusha? The changeless. He says, beyond both of them is Purushottama. That which transcends both the lower Purusha and the higher Purusha. Actually, there is nothing like a lower Purusha and a higher Purusha. But to make us understand, the realm of change is there. With respect to the realm of change, we say changeless. But when we have gone beyond both of them, there is neither in the Lord, there is no realm of change and there is no changeless also. Changeless is only with respect to change. It's the opposite of that. So it represents the world of duality. But first, from realm of change, we must try to move to the changeless. And when we reach the changeless, we will know we can't even describe him as changeless. So how do we then describe him? Masters say, go and experience that state. That's all we can tell you, is what they will tell us. So in that sense, a nayaḥ. So if everything is led by the Lord, if all of us are being guided by, ultimately Lord alone guides all of us. Is there anybody to guide him? Is there anybody Lord having lordship over him? No. He is the ultimate. That is why we say Devādi Deva. So beyond him there is no Deva. So therefore there is nobody to lead him. Why? He is the one because of whom everything has come out. Space-time world because of him. Cause-effect relationship, cause-effect world, he is illuminating it for us. So he was there. He is the first. And then everything started. Therefore, who can lead him? Who can guide him? There is nobody beyond him. He is. That is why again they say beyond the beyond. So beyond itself is difficult for us. When we say beyond, it means very, very far away. We can't comprehend and apprehend it right now. It's beyond. Bhagavan is beyond the beyond. That's the meaning of a nayaḥ. Vinayak also, that we use Vinayak for Lord Ganapati. Vinayaka. What is the meaning of that? Nayaka means Lord. Master, Lord, Nayaka. Boss. When we say Vinayaka, Vi means without Nayaka. So he is the Nayaka for all. He is the Lord for all. That's the meaning of Ganesha. Isha means Lord. Gana means anything, or it can be things, or it can be beings. Anything that can be put into groups or put into compartments. It's called Gana. Gana is not a singular, it's plural. So Gana means a group of things. It means group. For all groups, he is the Lord. What groups are we talking about? Mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, they're all groups. Animal kingdom, human kingdom, gods, rakshasas. Everything can be classified and put into group. In botany and zoology we studied family, subfamily, species, subspecies, subsects. Everything group. When all of us who are Indians go abroad, we are a group of Indians who are visiting. So groups can keep changing depending on whether it is things or whether it is people, and in the context. For all groups, Ganas, he is the Lord. Therefore, he is called Ganesha. Nayaka he is. Does he have a Nayaka or a Lord above him? No. Therefore, we call him Vinayaka. V also means Vishesha. He is a special Lord. Why? Because he doesn't have a Lord above him. And also he is the Lord of everything. One person, he is a CEO of one company. But he is not the CEO of every company. So each one of us have our own areas wherein maybe we are a little senior, we occupy a higher post, but so many are there like that. He is a Vishesha Nayaka. He is the Nayaka for all Nayakas. He is the CEO and the managing director of all CEOs. And above him, is there anybody? No. So Vinayaka can be explained out in two ways. One is he doesn't have any Lord over and above him, or he is a special boss, not an ordinary boss. He is extraordinary. He is unique. Like him, there is nobody else. That is the meaning of Vinayaka. Nayā'nayaḥ. So therefore, he doesn't have, because he represents for us the highest. So that again in the Gita we have Krishna telling us, if you have reached that highest state, then there is nothing more for us to do, because we have already reached that. Should I do something more to reach a higher state? No. We have already reached the highest state. So beyond that there is nothing. Nayā'nayaḥ. Vīraḥ, I think we had already gone through this again. It means he is the one who is mighty, full of strength. Hanumanji is the best. Veera Hanuman, we say. So all Veeratva is there in him. It's not that he was only physically very, very strong. Vajra Deha, we say. Why? Bajranga Bali. Bali again means very, very strong. Bajranga. Anga means limbs. Ba, where ba is, we can use va. Vajra Anga. Vajra means diamond. Of all known substances that we are familiar with, we know of, diamond is the hardest substance. It can be used even to drill holes in rocks. So diamond is supposed to be the very, very hardest substance. And it is made up of the softest carbon. Diamond is nothing but carbon. These are the mysteries in nature, the miracles in nature. Same carbon is diamond. Where is carbon? Black, so soft touch, lead. Sorry, carbon. And where is diamond? Shining, glittering. In dark it shines. Polished edge, sharp edges. So Vajra Anga Bali. Very, very, his physical apparatus is so hard, so strong, nothing can touch him. He is like diamond coated. He is. Nothing can touch him. No astra, shastra can touch him. Hanumanji. So like, and not only physically, when we say Veera, it doesn't mean only physical. Physical, mental and intellectual. Very, very strong. Physically somebody may be strong, but mentally they may be weak, intellectually they may be dull. So Veeratva includes everything, all facets or all dimensions included. So mentally, intellectually, all very, very strong, powerful, mighty. That is the meaning of Veeratva. So therefore, no Rakshasa was there when he confronted Narayana. It is not that he won over the Lord. It's always the other way around. Lord alone wins over all Rakshasas and Asuras. In our Puranas, we have them all in the form of stories. But the Rakshasas and Asuras basically represent all the bad qualities in us, the negative qualities in us, the negative energy in us. Who can counter them and annihilate them and destroy them for once for all? It's only the Lord. It's only with the power of the Lord's name. It's only with His blessings, with His grace, then we can wipe out all the negative qualities and the traits that are there in us. Why? Lord stands for truth. Satyam eva jayate. He alone wins. And there were names of the Lord which had come earlier, which meant the same thing. So vīraḥ means he is very, very, very strong. Might and strength is there, and nobody can stand in front of the Lord and win over him. He alone wins. So vīraḥ śaktimatāṃ śrēṣṭhō. Śrēṣṭhō means the best. So Bhagavan is the best, śrēṣṭhō. He is the best amongst whom? Amongst all those who are śaktimatāṃ, amongst all those who have Shakti, he is the best. So actually Shakti, Vīrattva all mean the same, but then different interpretations can be given. Shakti means power. There are so many types of powers. Physical, mental, intellectual, there also varieties are there. Shakti over there. All of them can be classified into three groups. One is called as Jnana Shakti, one is called as Ichcha Shakti, one is called as Kriya Shakti. So all varieties of powers will fall into one of these categories. So Jnana Shakti means the power of knowledge. So it basically deals with the intellect. Ichcha Shakti means the power of desiring. Again, good desires may be there, bad desires may be there. We are not talking about that now. Both are very strong. Good desires are also very strong. Bad desires we know are more stronger than the good. So therefore, Ichcha Shakti represents the power of desire, which is associated with the mind. It's the mind that desires. And what is the faculty of knowledge for us? Intellect. So Jnana Shakti is associated with intellect, Ichcha Shakti is associated with the mind, with the knowledge. Whatever desire we have in our mind, we have recognized it, and then we enter into our field of activity to fulfill it. So when we enter into the field of activity, we are doing karma, kriya Shakti. There also we need strength. So the power of activity or the power of action, it's called kriya Shakti. So all can be, therefore physical, mental and intellectual, all three taken care of over here. Each of us has Jnana Shakti is there in us, Ichcha Shakti is there in us, Kriya Shakti is there in us. And they all operate, again, permutations and combination depending on the situation, time, place, etc. All of us put together, all our Jnana Shaktis put together is that universal Jnana Shakti. All our desires put together. So individual minds put together. It represents universal power of desire. And again, Kriya Shakti. All our motivation, activity, action, all put together. It's an ocean over there. Very powerful it becomes. So three types of Shaktis operating at three different levels. Individually, collectively. When we view it collectively or at a universal level, it's very mighty, powerful it is. That is why they say not two of us, three of us, all of us put together must maintain a good desire, will for it. It will happen. Why? Vyashti is individual, Samashti is universal. Collective prayer, collective willing, collective wishing will be more powerful than individual. So all put together, it's phenomenal, this Shakti. She and we therefore invoke her in a very beautiful form, Mother Adi Shakti. So for all these Shakti, so śaktimatāṃ, śrēṣṭhō, all these all powers, we have already classified them into three. And who has all these powers? Lord has it with him. And he is the one who has distributed different powers to different people, to different extents also. So when the power of desire or the power of knowledge or the power of action is functioning through us, it is Lord's Shakti alone functioning through us. He is the Shakti over there. It is like electricity functioning through the electrical equipment to give to us the various expressions of electricity, mean light energy, sound energy, etc. The warmth, the coldness in the fridge, etc. So all powers put together, who has all these powers? All powers are with him. Therefore, how will we glorify the Lord? We can only glorify him as śaktimatāṃ śrēṣṭhō. The devatas have, Rakshas also have so much of power in them. All of us human beings, animal kingdom has, plant kingdom has, to different levels. Even a blade of grass is very strong. It's not easy for us to pull it out by the root. At the surface level, we can pluck it. We can cut it off. To pull out a blade of grass from by its root is not so easy at all. So all have their strengths, all have their powers. So Bhagavan is the one who has got all these powers with him. It's all his powers which are expressing at our physical level, mental level and intellectual level. And collectively when we see, it's expressing at all our intellect levels, all of us put together, all our mental levels, all our physical levels. So therefore he must be śaktimatāṃ śrēṣṭhā. In the Ramayana, this is beautifully dramatized. Dasharatha. Dasha means 10. The five organs of perception, jnanendriyas, and the 5 organs of action, karmendriyas. Ratha means chariot. Dasharatha represents for us a person who has got all this 5 plus 5 under his control. Therefore, he is called an introverted person, spiritual person, Dasharatha. The whole Ramayana story is nothing but our own story. Rama's story is our story. Only we should know how to relate it to ourselves. This Dasharatha has got, where is he living in? He is living in Ayodhya. A plus Yuddha, Ayodhya. Ayodhya is not somewhere far away, that is there, outside. Since we can't connect with the state of Ayodhya within us, there it has been projected out for us, so that we can easily connect with that Ayodhya, geographical Ayodhya. Yuddha means conflict. Yuddha doesn't mean war, conflict. Yuddha means no conflict. When will no conflict be there? Only when I am there. A little bit when I start seeing differences, conflicts will come. So Yuddha, Ayodhya represents for us the one without a second state, the Jivan Mukti state. Therein Dasharatha is the king. A person who is totally, has all his faculty under his control. He's got 3 wives, Kausalya, Sumitra, Kaikeyi. These 3 wives, so he is the Shakta, they represent Shakti. So these 3, what do they represent? Kausalya represents the power of knowledge. That's why Rama was born to her. Kaikeyi represents Ichha Shakti, desire. We know what happened in the story. The entire inner Ramayana is a chapter by itself. So Kaikeyi represents for us Ichha Shakti, the power of desire. We know what the power of desire can do, good or bad. And Sumitra over there, silently, she represents for us the power of action. Silent she is, but we know that her son Lakshmana and Shatrughna, they were very silent. They don't come much. At least Lakshmana comes in and out of every incident. But we know how they have been so supportive to Rama and to Bharata. Lakshmana and Shatrughna. Lakshmana associates himself with Rama. Shatrughna associates himself with Bharata. The power of motivation, the power of action. Without the power of action, the other 2 cannot do whatever they are doing. So therefore, Sumitra represents the power of action. Kriya Shakti she represents. So it's so beautiful, the entire Ramayana is. So therefore, śaktimatāṃ śrēṣṭhā, one who is the best amongst all those who wield power. who have power. When power is there, we know power corrupts, we say. It is not the case with Bhagavan. He uses his strength, he uses his might. Whenever adharma is on the rise and therefore dharma is declining, only then he will. For the good, for the welfare of everybody, for well-being of everybody, only there he exercises his power. So therefore, śaktimatāṃ śrēṣṭhō. The next two namas, we will do them together. Dharmaha, dharma with uttamaha. We use this word dharma to describe the Lord. Very often we say God is dharma, God is dharma. What does dharma mean? For us simple folks, dharma means, do your dharma means, your obligatory duties, your responsibilities, fulfill them. So it starts from there. That also is dharma. To fulfill our duties, our responsibilities, we say dharma. It also means lead a dharmic life, means value system over there. Good values. So dharma also stands for good values. In the Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, last 8 shlokas. 12th chapter is called Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, the last 8 shlokas are called Dharma Ashtaka. 8 because there are 8 verses, Ashtaka. And what Ashtaka it is? Actually, Krishna is talking about values over there. The chapter is called Bhakti Yoga. So he is over there describing for us who is a devotee, who is a bhakta, who is dear to him. It's not that God is dear to us. God is dear to us, therefore we have taken on the liberty to call ourselves his devotee. I love God. I am devoted to God. I am a devotee, bhakta of God. But does Bhagavan consider us as his bhakta? That's a question. So in the last 8 shlokas of the 12th chapter, Krishna is dealing with who he, according to him, is a bhakta. Who is my dearmost devotee? So we want to know who is very dear to you, Lord, amongst all of us. Who we want to know, according to Bhagavan, who is his dearest devotee. So he enumerates over there. I consider so and so as my dearest devotee who has got these qualities. He is not talking about how many times we went to the temple, how many pilgrim centers we visited, how much of puja we have done. All those things have their place. Not that we should not do it. How many times we chanted the Vishnu Sahasranama or the other stotras, etc. Or how much of vratas we did in our life. Nothing is talking over there. We people doing all of them are bhaktas only. But according to the Lord, he says, so and so is my dearest devotee who has got all these qualities. And he winds it up by saying, this is Dharma Ashtaka. Immortal Dharma. Amrita, Dharma Amrita he said. Amrita means immortal. Immortal means what? Never changing. So according to Krishna in the 12th chapter, in those last 8 verses, value system is Dharma. So different meanings for Dharma. So when we are doing our duties and responsibilities according to whatever station and stage we are in life, we are aligning ourselves with the divine duties and responsibility. When we are practicing all the good values in our life, which Krishna enumerates 30 plus values in the Bhagavad Gita, those 8 shlokas, we are again aligning ourselves with Dharma. Why? Krishna calls values as Dharma. So beautiful it. In the 13th chapter, he calls values as knowledge. Jnana, he says. We thought knowledge means to enter into the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads and then try to understand it with the help of a teacher. He says Jnana is the word he uses over there. And what is Jnana? Simple again values listed out over there. 20 values are listed out. So over here in the 12th chapter also he calls values as dharma. So when we say God is dharma, God is values. So we have to practice all those values. If we practice those values that have been listed out in the 12th chapter, Krishna says, you become my dearest devotee. It's very beautiful. So dharma, all this is God. So if values are there in us, we are aligned to Him. We are very, very close to Him. According to Him, we are His dearest devotee. Why? Because He is values. He stands for values. Thereby He stands for dharma. So therefore, if we have to align ourselves to Him, we must also cultivate, nurture and nourish these values. So one of the meaning. So therefore dharma. So like that, different interpretations we can give to dharma. And what is the highest interpretation that we can give to dharma? Dharma means that property, that very, very important property of a thing or a being, without which the thing does not exist, the being will not exist. But with that, yes, only then it gets its identity. So therefore, with this definition, it becomes an intrinsic, very important, essential quality or property or characteristic of a thing or a person. If we remove that one important characteristic or that essential property from the thing is not the thing at all. A best example is sugar. We can have sugar in different form, powder form, crystalline form, small crystals, large crystals, little more bigger crystals, cube, small one. We can have big solid crystals, we can have different types. Colored also we can have. Brown sugar is there, brown crystal sugar which is very, very good for health. White is there. And of course we can color it also and make different blocks of sugar which are all different colored. So these are all non-essential properties. Whether it is in powder form or whether it is in crystalline form, small crystal, big crystal, whether it is that brown sugar, we're talking about sugar crystals which are brown in color, which have a medicinal value. White, color is different. Form can be different, shape can of course be different. These are all non-essential properties. But what is that one essential property which makes sugar? It is its sweetness. If we remove the sweetness from sugar, sugar is not sugar. Alum looks like sugar. There can be so many things which look like sugar, but it is not sugar because sweetness is not there. So therefore sweetness becomes the most essential characteristic, intrinsic characteristic, is an integral part of it, and that is called as its dharma. So the dharma of sugar is sweetness. Its dharma is to add sweetness to anything wherein we add it to, any dish we add it to. If we take away the sweetness from sugar, sugar is not sugar. Similarly, saltiness in salt. Salt also we can get in different forms. Himalayan salt is there, light pink in color, white is there, powder form, crystalline form. So many varieties are there. One is more healthier than the other. But they are all non-essential properties. But the most essential property is the saltiness in salt. Similarly, the sun, what is its most essential characteristic or quality because of which we call it as sun, S-U-N, Surya Bhagavan? It's heat and light. If we remove heat, if we remove light from sun, what is sun? Sun it just ceases to exist. So therefore, dharma is defined in its broadest perspective as the law of being of a thing or a being. Law of being. What is the law of being of sugar? For sugar, what is it? For sugar, it is sweetness. The being of sweetness in the crystal. So the law of being over there. So dharma is defined as the law of being of a thing or of a person, be a thing or a being, because of which the thing is the thing and the being is the being, minus which the thing is not the thing and the being is not the being. So when it comes to all of us human beings, we are a complex individual personality, physical equipment we have, aspect we have, a mental aspect we have, intellectual aspect we have. Then there is a fourth dimension to us, spiritual aspect is also there in us. And then we know how we are made up of organs, we are made up of limbs, physical. We have an emotional world within us, mind. We have a world of ideas, values, thoughts, etc., knowledge, wisdom, memory at the intellect level. All these are there. And then outside also what we are, our social status, our state, station in life, stage in life, all of them are added to us. We are a he or a she. We are born in this family, in this country, in this state. This is the language we talk. Our social status, our educational qualification, what profession we are, financial status, everything after family, etc., etc. All these are non-essentials. It keeps changing from person to person. But what is the most important factor in all of us human beings, because of which we are called human beings, minus which we become dead carcass? It is the life that is there in all of us. Minus that life, we just cease to exist, all of us. Whatever we are, wherever we are, how much ever we have developed, wherever we are in life, placed in life, and however we are at the physical level, mental level and intellectual level, if that life factor in us goes away, then we are dead. So what is that factor which is the most important, essential characteristic in all of us, because of which we are what we are and we are doing whatever we are doing? Whatever we are doing changes, but we are all doing whatever we are doing because of something in all of us, which makes us be called as human beings. What is that law of being? The life that is there in us, the consciousness that is there in us. Minus the consciousness, minus the life, we cease to exist. Therefore, that life that is there in us, which we can call Atman, we can call it as God, we can call it as consciousness, we can call it by any name that we want. Paramatma in us, that becomes our dharma. So uniformly Bhagavan is there in and through everything as its dharma. He is in all of us as our life, as our dharma. And does that life change? No, it doesn't change. It was the same life that was there in our parents, in our grandparents, in our great-grandparents. And it is going to be the same life that is going to be there in our future generations also. Never changing. So how to describe it? Sanatana. We say we all belong to Sanatana Dharma. That is what it means. It never changes. It was how it was then, now also it is like this, and it will continue to exist like that in future also, irrespective of what is happening outside. What is happening outside means that outside includes our body, mind, intellect also. We have to push these equipment also onto that side. Therefore, Bhagavan is the dharma in all of us. And does it change? It doesn't change. The same life is there in all of us. So the dharma which is there in all of us, expressing as life, is the same. And it was the same that was there in our previous generations, in the present generation, and it will be the same in the future generations also. Therefore, the Lord is being over here described or designated by the word dharma. He is the law of being. Without him, nothing exists. But with him inside us, we exist. We are standing on our 2 feet. So many things are there. No nut and bolt arrangement inside, but still everything is standing over there. Wonder of wonders, miracle of miracles. Everything is not just collapsing because gravity is there. Why? Because He is there. So the law of being, because of which we are all called as human beings, is Bhagavan, who is there in all of us. So there is no question of saying I am an atheist, I don't believe in God. Bhagavan says whether you believe in me or not, I am there. And because I was there in you, you said I don't believe in you. So for him, it doesn't matter to him at all. Whether we believe in him or we don't believe in him. His existence doesn't depend on our belief in him or our non-belief in him. That is called as dharma. So what is the dharma in all of us? At our level, yes, it is duty, it is responsibility. Then we shifted, it is values. Then it is the path that we walk. Everything is dharma only. Aligning ourselves, whatever helps us to align to the higher, comes under the category of dharma only. Dharma has got so many meanings. If we take up a Sanskrit dictionary, it will show so many meanings, not 1 or 2. But what is the highest dharma? Highest dharma is the law of being. That which is there in us as an integral, intrinsic part of us, because of which we exist. What we do afterwards because we exist is different. But the very fact that we exist is because of Him. He is there in us. He is the Dharma. And not only in us, He exists in the stones, He exists in the plants, in the animals, in the human beings, in the gods, in the asuras. Where is He not? In everything He exists. Exists as what? Exists as the law of being. Sun gives to us heat and light. Therefore, we said Dharma of sun is to give heat and light. It's Dharma. But who gave light and heat to the sun? Lord exists in the sun as its dharma. Therefore, it is able to give us heat and light. So, beyond that also. So, the dharma of sun, yes, is to give us heat and light. We said that is the most essential property. But even beyond that, we have to go spiritual. So, who is it that gave to the sun the property, the property of giving out in turn heat and light? That is its dharma. In Kathopanishad, Bhagavan says, the verse says over there, the sun shines because of him. Or everything and in the cosmic in the universe, or the cosmic phenomenal forces, all of them are doing whatever they are doing because he is there, just behind them, all as their dharma. So in that sense, dharma. So to simplify it, we say God is dharma. So when our masters have realized and reached that Jivan Mukti state, they have become dharma itself. They are dharma because they have reached that state of fulfillment. They become one with him. Aham Brahmasmi is their nature. So Aham Brahmasmi means they have become that immortal dharma or Sanatana Dharma. They all have understood, realized. Understood doesn't mean knowing intellectually, realized. They've experienced the dharma within themselves because God is dharma. They've experienced that God's state of consciousness within themselves. So all our masters we can call it dharma. With means to know. To know means not intellectually, experience. Dharma with uttamaḥ. Of all, Bhagavan is the uttama, even beyond them. Guru, depending on the every place, every time, we have so many gurus. But who is the one who is the guru of all gurus? Bhagavan is the guru of all gurus. So dharma with means gurus. For all gurus, he is the Adi Guru or the Moola Guru. He is the best amongst all of them. In that sense, dharma with uttamaḥ. Amongst all people, men of realization, all those who have reached that state of enlightenment, who have realized themselves, he is the best. He is, all our masters are gurus. He is the guru of all gurus. He is the universal guru. Then from him, all individual gurus we have. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum we say. That's why we say that. So, Dharma viduttamaḥ. With this, the 43rd stanza is over. The 44th one, we will take it up in the next class.